Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year's entitled Pashat Beshalach, the Mud and the Miracles. Pasha reports that the Jews sinned before Yam Suf and during Yam Suf. The Midrash explains before Yam Suf, it's clear from the Psukim, they didn't want to go into the Yam, and they already were starting to talk in a disrespectful way to Moshe. We're going to die here. Why did he take us out to die? What happened in the Yam Suf itself? So the Midrash says that they were complaining that it was muddy in the Yam Suf. And they said, we're familiar with the mud. We've already dealt with mud back in Egypt, and now we're dealing with mud back over here as we're crossing the Yam Suf. We're still stuck in the same things that we had to deal with during Mitzrayim. The Mefarshim on the Midrash try to make sense from a technical standpoint, because doesn't the Mishnah in Perkei Avot say there were miracles in Perkei? There are many miracles in Mitzrayim and many miracles in Yam Suf. And according to some of the Mefarshim, like the Rambam, one of the miracles was that it was dry in the land. So the commentaries on the Midrash offer a couple possibilities. One is to synthesize the Midrash and Perkei Avot by saying, yes, it was dry in the Yam Suf, that's true, but initially it was first wet. So when they first entered, it was wet, and then it dried. So that synthesizes the Midrash and the Perkei Avot. Others say no, there's an argument between the Midrash and the Mishnah and Perkei Avot. According to the opinion that says that it was dry in the Yam Suf and Perkei Avot, so you're right, the Midrash here says it wasn't dry. Different opinions. Either way, they were complaining when it was wet in the Yam Suf, and they said it's muddy here. And of course, it's a very hard thing to understand. As they are going through the Yam Suf, experience one of the greatest miracles that man has ever witnessed. Is it really possible that they were going ahead and complaining about the mud? It seems very, very difficult to say such a thing. The fact is, as we are going to try to show in the next several shiurim on this topic of mud and miracles, that it is not far-fetched, tragically, for people to go ahead in the middle of the redemption, right before the redemption, and right after the redemption, to actually be complaining and to see the mud instead of the miracles. And we're going to examine the next shiurim how here we see it's clear right before they complained, during the Yam Suf experience they complained, and right afterwards they're already complaining about the water and about Mara, and they complain about starving. And we're going to see right in the middle and throughout the redemption process, we're going to see in other cases as well, in the redemption by Ezra, and even now during this third redemption, that unfortunately, if people are not on guard for themselves, they could go ahead and see, doing the greatest miracles that are going to one's lifetime, that they just see the mud instead of the miracles. We're going to analyze this theme in the next several shiurim. Shalom.